From the freights, where'd you go, Rich?
Well, we were heading to Jacksonville, Florida. But here's the funny part. There's a train yard, which is in a town called Baldwin, which is outside of Jacksonville, which Jacksonville is the biggest city in the whole country. So actually, Baldwin is still in Jacksonville per se. But Baldwin is only like 20 miles from where we're at right now. From my little journey. You know, it's funny, like I'm just thinking of Moses in the desert.
Wow.
Walked in circles. Here we are, 20 miles from where I'm sitting today is where my journey was starting again. We got off the freight trains in Baldwin. So if anybody knows that, that's probably a good, 10, 15 mile walk to downtown?
Walk?
Walk. Yeah, we didn't have anything else but walk.
But I'm saying from Baldwin to downtown Jacksonville?
Yes, we walked.
No, that's longer than 15 minutes.
Is it? No, 15 miles, I thought.
Okay, miles maybe.
Okay, well, anyway, we walked from Baldwin to Jacksonville, downtown, and my friend was with me, that one of them. We kind of got spread out a couple different times.
Okay.
So me and Red was his name. We ended up going to the alcohol center on Main Street in Jacksonville, which was pretty neat because we ministered to him later, kind of how I met my wife later. This is so wild. I haven't even thought about all this. Wow. So the alcohol center we went to, and I wasn't even old enough to drink still. It's funny. I wasn't even old enough to drink, but I'm in the AA center because that's where I needed to be.
Help,
yeah, I needed help. Well, I'm there and I actually started working. After you work for a while, then they give you your own room or you share a room. You start paying rent. And I'm doing good for a little bit. I actually had a job for a couple weeks. It was working labor pool, but I was working every day.
Okay.
Well, my buddy Red said, well, hey, I know I don't want to talk about this with you here, but there was some people at the bar that he wanted me to meet. And I'm like, I don't want to go. I want to stay where I'm at. I didn't want to drink no more. I really didn't. At that age, I really didn't want to drink no more.
Okay.
I didn't like it, but I mean, that's what I did. I was already too far gone, like I said.
Okay.
So we went to the bar, went back that night, and when you go into the AA center drinking, you're out. So that was the end of it again.
So they kicked you out.
Kicked me out and him out. And well, now we're on the streets of Jacksonville. Worst place I've ever been in my life.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad. I remember down on Main Street, there were guys that were getting jumped. If you were walking by yourself, you were getting jumped, beat up pretty bad for just pretty much no reason at all.
Early to mid 80s?
Yeah, it's probably a little bit in the mid 80s
Okay.
now. Yeah, so now we're talking mid 80s, going into yeah, that sounds about right. So, said I'd never come back to Jacksonville. Hated the town. And guess what? I got married at Jack's Beach. Imagine that. God has a way to do things.
He sure does, but you jumped ahead a little.
I did.
Let's go on back.
Okay, let's go back. Okay, so back leaving Jacksonville after being here for a while.
You and Red?
No, I think I left by myself on this
Okay.
one because me and him, he wanted to do things. You know, I was kind of a loner anyway.
Yeah.
So ended up in Tampa. Oh, that's what it was. I was going to go to the winter quarters for the carnival.
Okay.
I was still working on this whole thing of getting to Tampa, Florida for Gibsonton. That's where they got winter quarters. You stay, you work on the rides. They pay you to work on them during the winter, give you a place to live.
Okay.
Then you go out in the season and work with them.
Okay.
So that was still my game plan to go to Tampa. Well, I got down to Tampa. Never made it to Gibtown. I ended up on the streets of Tampa. And actually, Tampa wasn't bad. Did meet a lot of pretty good people out there, but I was not full-blood. Yeah, I was pretty well. I was the guy you seen pushing the shopping cart with the long hair and the big beard and staring up in space and picking up cans where you see all the bags wrapped around the cans. That was me at a young age.
Wow.
At 20, probably in the 20s now. You know, I'm just shooting a little bit here of things I can remember as we're talking. Because none of this is written down. We're just talking to be talking right now.
So in your story that you wrote, Heart of the Street, well, that was entitled Heart of the Street
Yes.
later on. You always made me laugh because you said something about you had the beard that a chipmunk could live in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I think he did a couple times. I mean, I had tree limbs. You'd always go into the bathrooms and whatever gas station bathrooms, and you'd have to check yourself because you're laying in the woods.
Yeah.
You're laying on twigs. You're laying on whatever, broken glass sometimes, and you're always like, oh, what's this?
Wow.
You know, you always kept a beard back when beards weren't cool. I would have been a hipster if I, in my day. But I had the beard. We'll see that one later. I was a good-looking bum. Hobo. Sorry, we got to be politically correct. I guess they'd say. Politically correct, is that the word? But yeah,
I don't even know it.
Don't even know it.
Don't even care. Interesting.
So, anyway, that was Tampa.
We're gonna
I got
cut-
a few more stories I want to talk about Tampa when we get a chance.
We're going to cut right here and we'll come back.